Hi guys, welcome back. Laura from Front Office Rocks, and I'm loving this YouTube channel because I'm getting a ton of questions that are maybe a little bit more specific that people are looking for answers for. Also might be a little bit tough because I do my best to try to support the doctors, but also try to support the team members. Ultimately, I founded Front Office Rocks to be an advocate for the team. And I have a question that somebody reached out to me about, and I've actually heard this other times when I've been out speaking about getting paid in the morning. So I have somebody who reached out and said that their doctor doesn't want them to clock in until after the morning huddle. And is that legal or not, or is that allowed or not? So doctors, I'm sorry to say, but yeah, you have to pay your employees if you're expecting them to be in the office for work, and the morning huddle is work. So here's my outline for how the morning should really work and when you get paid and when you don't. If you need to be there for a huddle, and I'm a huge fan of huddles, I think every office should have a huddle. Watch other videos about this because I talk about it a lot. But if you are required to be there for the huddle, you should be getting paid for that time. That is your clock in work time when you need to be there for the huddle. Now, what you have to do to prepare for the huddle is the difference of when you clock in and when you should be clocking in. So if you show up an hour before the huddle and make your oatmeal and check your makeup and get your scrubs on and log in and clean up from last night what you didn't finish, that really isn't paid time. You should have a set time before the morning huddle that you are allowed to clock in. So in my office, it was 15 minutes before the huddle. So when you got in, you were expected to be there for the huddle, but you could be there up to 15 minutes beforehand, depending on maybe you needed to look at the patients for the day, or maybe you needed to do something special to be ready for the huddle. You had 15 minutes before the huddle to get there. So in your office, you should have a certain amount of time before the huddle starts that you're allowed to clock in. Now, that doesn't mean come in, clock in, make your breakfast, talk to everybody about how their evening was, check your makeup, go to your cell phone. That's not work time. So there's a balance. You need to know what it is that you need to get done before you go to the huddle in the morning. And then, yes, you should be able to clock in for the huddle. Now, you need to be prepared for the huddle, and this is a whole different topic, other videos I'll have in the future, but you don't walk into the huddle and that's when you figure out what you're going to eat for breakfast and talk to everybody about last night. You walk into the huddle ready to work. That is the start of the day when we're talking about the important stuff with the patients, okay? Now, let's say you're the person watching this video about how do I have this discussion with my doctor. I would make sure you sit down with your doctor and have a discussion with them. I wouldn't say, here, watch this video. Laura says you have to do this. This is the legal side of it. I would sit down with your doctor and have a discussion with them about what the huddle really entails. The huddle is the start of the day. It's the time to get us all on the same page, ready for the day, ready to work, ready to care for the patients, and it is working time. Talk to the doctor about it. Understand that most of the time our dentists don't know the legal aspect of things. They didn't teach this in dental school. So have a discussion around your state laws, maybe have him or her talk to somebody in HR, get some counsel on it. Have a heart-to-heart discussion with your doctor because the doctor probably just doesn't know. Many times our dentists don't know the legal side of things, and when we can help them find the information out, they totally understand and will be on board, okay? Do not go in and threaten and say, you have to pay me. I told you, this is what I saw on Facebook. This is what Laura said. Don't do it that way because you're just going to make your doctor mad. But have a true discussion. Also, when you're talking about the huddle, talk about how your huddle is running and if it could be more efficient and how to make it really focused on making the day a great one. So I hope that helps. I suggest that in your state, you reach out to somebody who either knows the state laws or reach out to an HR company and make sure that you have the data that you need to know about your state because every state is different. But yes, whenever you're at work and huddle is part of your work day, you should be getting paid and you guys should be having a huddle, okay? I'm Laura from Front Office Rocks. If you have more questions about this, if you want training around how to do a good huddle, that's what we have at Front Office Rocks. So please reach out to us there. Subscribe below, ask questions. I am here to answer whatever questions. whether it's from the team member or from the doctor. So please keep asking questions and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you at the next huddle.